Minecraft at one point was a game that, although had no ending, we would drop it as soon as we killed the ender dragon. Unless you play with friends, then I guess you could still have some sort of fun afterwards. Which is one of the only ways to play Minecraft. I like building stuff just to impress my friends, like, what? You built this overnight? I mean, yeah, overnight and all morning as well. Just imagining their reaction to when they see a massive anime girl in bikini in the middle of a city I also built, by the way, is kinda funny. 7 hours of building something plus 3 to 6 hours of grinding materials for it is worth a tiny laugh from them. I just find it kinda hard to really enjoy Minecraft's sandbox aspect of the game if no one really sees it. Like, why would I go out my way to build a huge city and grind all the stuff I need for it if no one's gonna see it, right? I feel YouTubers kinda changed the way we view the endgame content of Minecraft, and quite recently as well. I feel for the most part, people who would play Minecraft would usually quit their world after they beat the ender dragon. Even though the game is a sandbox and you can still do stuff afterwards, YouTubers would always just focus on servers and mods, not the game itself, the survival mode. At least not after 2013. That's when servers and mods really started to take off. For a while, YouTubers were neglecting the survival mode, and in a weird way, so have we. But this has all changed. I want to say maybe with the introduction of the Village and Pillage update, I think it's called. That's really when people playing Minecraft took the game beyond the end credits that no one ever actually cared about, going full tryhard with building farms of every item in the game just for fun, enslaving villagers and tormenting them for profits, to just building massive builds just to impress and feed your never-ending lust of power. Unless you were playing Minecraft with friends, there was really no reason to ever build anything amazing or huge. No one was gonna see it, so most people would really just kill the ender dragon and maybe the wither, and drop the game afterwards. For the longest time, this was the game entirely. The fun aspect of it was seeing what every new update was gonna add, and to just start over and kill the ender dragon. But this means that at some point, it would get boring to just kill the ender dragon and then start all over and do it all over again. I mean, you can literally kill the ender dragon in like 3 hours. So for a while, most people would start a new Minecraft world, get items and stuff down in a cave, all without actually building a house first. And when you finally surface from the cave to start building your house and stuff, you would be like, yeah, this is boring now, and just quit the world. So it was bound to change, and it did. But let's see how Mojang tried to accommodate this issue first. I remember thinking way back in the early versions of Minecraft, mainly around 1.5 and 1.7, that the game would be so much better if they just added more dungeons, or actual dungeons with puzzles and bosses, turning Minecraft into some sort of mild RPG with no actual RPG mechanics. In a way, I guess. Cause the coolest part of Minecraft, to me at least, was finding mine shafts and dungeons, like the pyramids and temples. It did get boring quick though, because let's be real, there's really nothing to them. Once you see them once, you kinda already know what to expect afterwards. It made me wish that the structures and dungeons in the game were as interesting and detailed as the ones I see in custom maps and servers, where every chest has something useful in it and there's bosses and enemies in it. Mojang kinda did do this with the new Elder Guardian temples. Well, not new, they were added quite a long time ago. But they're kinda boring, to be honest. First time going in them is kinda interesting just to see it, but then you realize it's just a maze, it's underwater so you're slugging through it, and it's actually not very hard at all. And to this day, I wish they added bosses that are actually hard to fight. The newest boss they added, the Warden, if you can even call it a boss, it's more like a obstacle in a way, because you're not really supposed to kill it, which is, I guess it's kinda cool in a way. But I just want a boss that you can actually fight and have a interesting and fair fight with him, not just a one-shot killing enemy like the Warden. In a way, I guess I wanted Minecraft to be a bit like Terraria. I know this is weird because I only ever beat Terraria once, and it was quite recently actually. But Terraria is what I wanted Minecraft to be back in like 2016 and 2017. It was during the downfall of Minecraft, you could say. That's when it really started to drop in popularity. But after beating Terraria, I'm kinda glad Minecraft stuck to its roots of being a sandbox game. After finally beating Terraria, I had no reason to really keep playing. The game has multiple bosses and multiple dungeons to go through, and it's a really fun game, don't get me wrong, and I wanted Minecraft to be like that, but all these goals make the game feel in a way very linear. And once you reach the end of it and you accomplish everything there is to do, it feels like there isn't much to do afterwards. In a way, it kinda ruins the sandbox aspect of it. That might just be me though. For all I know, there is more to do, but I'm not really aware of it. If Minecraft had gone in the same direction that I wanted it to, adding more dungeons and bosses to it, it would probably have felt the same way. And yes, I'm aware that Minecraft is adding this new dungeon that has enemies in it and stuff, which seems to be exactly what I wanted years ago. But I believe it's kinda too late for that now. Don't get me wrong, it's gonna be fun to go through this dungeon, but if it doesn't have an end game changing item at the end of it, like the Elytra or Elytra, would make it feel like filler in a way. Like, how many times do you realistically go through a Woodlands dungeon? Me, only once or twice, and I skipped most of it. Once you beat the Ender Dragon, there's barely any reason to interact with this kind of side content. Only reason we visit end cities is because it provides the Elytra and stuff. So in my opinion, at this point of Minecraft, we play the game so much more differently that adding mid-game content is kinda redundant to an extent. I still like it, don't get me wrong, but the best way I can describe it, it's like chainmail armor, leather armor, and gold armor. It's there, right? But you always skip to iron, and then you jump straight to diamond. So in a way, it's kind of like jumping from mid-game to end-game. We don't ever touch chainmail armor, leather armor, or gold armor, and that's what Minecraft kinda is now. The game doesn't start till you beat the Ender Dragon. So most of us go from iron to diamond so quickly in a matter of hours, just so we can beat the game and get to the Elytra. So we can make the grind for the endgame stuff easier. So we mostly skip the mid-game content and the early game content. So when we go back to visit that content, it's mostly useless. Back then, adding dungeons and all this small side content would have been so much better, because beating the Ender Dragon was the goal, and to us it was a challenge. So you would actually sit back and enjoy the game and do everything you can to know that you are prepared to finally kill the Ender Dragon. I mean, if you really enjoy going out your way to brush some stones for fun, after beating the Ender Dragon, then that's your fun, I guess. If this is your kind of party, please stay away from me. I'm from children. Actually, you're probably not even allowed near them. Look, what I'm trying to say is that we play Minecraft so differently today than we did years ago. But it's not because the game changed. In fact, it's because it didn't change that we changed the way we play it. In a way, everything I said is kinda useless because we established this end game grind and fun so much that adding more dungeons and bosses wouldn't really change the end game at all. But that still doesn't mean most of the stuff Mojang adds is kinda useless now, unless we are bored and actually want to be entertained for like 3 minutes. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. Thanks for watching.